Yo, what's up traders? I hope you're doing good. Today I'm gonna share some information about the Fibonacci retracement. I'm gonna teach you how to draw it, how to make it look a lot better than the default settings, how you can utilize it in your own trading, and yeah, all that sort of stuff. I wanna keep it short and simple. So yeah, if you like this sort of informative content, feel free to show me through liking, subscribing, and commenting, etc. And join the Discord. So when you first draw up the Fibonacci retracement, it looks like this. Personally, I'm not a huge fan. It clutters your chart very fast. So in order to change this, you basically open it. So you click twice. And what I would do is remove the background. That will already make it a lot cleaner. And then I would choose use only one color, make it gray, for instance. That's what I prefer. Maybe the opacity, make that a little bit lower. And yeah, I'll also tell you which you don't need. Basically, the ones that I prefer are these ones, and you can even be more selective about them. But the strongest levels are the 0.618, the 0.382, 0.5 are commonly very well used as well. 0.786 and the 0.236. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the 0.618. That's by far the one that's mostly used. And also I have another one that I really like, which is the 86. Let's see, can I get it up here? The 886, oh yeah, it's here. The 0.886, that's a level that I really like. So oftentimes I prefer to take away the 0.236 and the 0.786, just to make it a little bit less cluttered. And oftentimes I think the 0.382 is a pretty small retracement, so I don't really like it, but I'll leave it on for now. So then it looks like this. It will be a lot better. So basically how you use the Fibonacci retracement. It's already in the name. It's a retracement um, indicator. So what you want to do is you use it in alignment with the trend. So basically, if you look at this graph, right, like it's going down. So what you want to do is if you're in a downtrend, oftentimes what you want to do as traders, what I find the easiest way to trade overall, is find a trend. So if it's a downtrend, you find a downtrend. And basically what you want to do is all you really need to be profitable is find wherever this arrow, wherever the lower high will be created. And you don't have to be super precise about it. Um, but you want to be anywhere near it in order to be profitable. Let's say you don't call it perfectly, but you're like here, you want your stop loss, you can place your stop loss, for instance, even above the previous high, or you can make it a little bit smaller. But that's basically what you need to do as traders, or if you want to trade pro trend, basically this is all you're really doing. This is basically your perfect entry would be this. This would be like your perfect entry, stop loss tight, and then your target potentially the lows of the lower low, the previous lower low, or you target like the continuation. But this is basically all you really are doing as a pro trend trader. Um, and what the Fibonacci retracement does, it helps you find that location, gives you like an added confluence to yeah to find a higher chance of where it will happen. So for instance, this is a downtrend, right? So we can clearly see it's going down. So what we see here is a lower high and a lower low. And you could consider this a new lower low, but it's not as clean, right? So let's say you're drawing up the Fibonacci retracement. How you draw it up is you draw it from in a downtrend from top to bottom. So you draw it up from top to bottom and you'll get these levels here, right? So let's say you like the 0.618, just like me. For instance, you can wait for a rejection on the 0.618, or you can enter immediately, or maybe you're an EMA trader, right? But this will give you an extra sort of confluence where it can help you set your entry, or it can help you set your stop loss. So if you do your testing, for instance, and you like to trade the EMA, whatever, like I'm just like now showing how you can use, for instance, as an extra or as like stop loss, how to use it as a stop loss, for instance. And you notice in your testing that often price don't come as far as the 0.86, then you could potentially use this as your stop loss placement, for instance. But you can also use it just as a bare bones, where you just will enter on the 0.5 level or the 0.618 or maybe the 0.886 or any other level you kind of prefer. Or maybe you're like an AOI trader, what I have been doing for a long time. So for instance, you can search for a sort of an area that you like. You can maybe, let's see, if there's one that's aligning with an AOI, with the Fibonacci. So for instance, you could mark this up. Let's see if it will be in line with the EMA. So here we have an uptrend. And as you can see, the 0.5 level on this Fibonacci retracement is perfectly on an EMA. So two EMAs, the 50 EMA and the 200 EMA, in combination with the little area. And then you have the 0.5 level. So you just added another confluence as to why potentially the price will go up from there, right? So you're building sort of confluences in your trading. It will make your trade stronger. So how I would use it, how you can use it is, for instance, a trade without the Fibonacci retracement level on it. You can potentially have it as like a lower rated trade. It could still be worth taking, but if you have like a strong Fibonacci level in accordance with your trade, then you could potentially higher your risk, or take it with more confidence, or you only take the strong one, for instance. This as well, right? Like if we just look at this, you see a nice little lower high. The trend basically continued. And what happens? Price creates a new lower low. So it will try to create a lower high to then create a new lower low. So basically we want to predict the lower high. And here, for instance, it's on the two EMAs, the 50 and the 200 EMA, in combination with the 0.618, one of the strongest levels. So you could use this as, as an entry point, and then you could use your stop loss, another Fibonacci level for, like, if you prefer that. I keep saying for instance, so I want to get rid of that. As your stop loss placement. Or like there are many ways to use it. You can use it as like an entry or a stop loss placement, or as an added confluence. There are just many ways to trade it, and it will also help you read structure. So yeah, I'm beginning to become more and more of a fan of the Fibonacci retracement. It's one of the most used tools out there. Um, it's also strong because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because a lot of people use it, a lot of people use these levels, so the levels get respected because a lot of people expect it to be respected. It's kind of funny way how it works. So yeah, I hope this was informative in any way. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, you can also let me know. And yeah, I hope it provided some value to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully see you in the next one, and good luck in your trading. Bye bye.